Hey, this is me building and strategizing a $2 million a year company in public. Last month I made 128K in profit, and next month I want to hit 167K. So the way that we're going to do this is we're going to start with some viewer Q&A. I'm going to talk about some questions that I've seen people ask over the last 24 hours. After that, we are going to cover some growth stats. So I'm going to show you guys behind the scenes what it looks like to run a growing info product and coaching brand. And then finally, we're going to talk about live strategy. I have a couple of tasks that I want to get done today. Might be able to actually do them here. I'm not really sure if I'm going to have the time. But as you can, first of all, and foremost, the very first thing you guys can see is I've actually templated out the intro. This is one of the tasks I was going to do yesterday because my daily update channel is just blown up right now. So I want to take advantage of it. And I also want to future-proof myself, maximize the quality of content. If you're curious to hear my thoughts on that, then just check out the previous video. I've also templated out the conclusion, so I'm going to try and deliver one of these at the very end. Just includes some like calls to action and stuff like that, since right now my calls to action suck across all my content. I'm, as my friend Matt says, hopelessly undermonetized. He keeps on saying I should be making at least 500K a month at my current level. He's like, it is a crime that you aren't. So that's one way to do so. Let's start with the QA, obviously. The way that I'm going to do this is I'm going to list the date over here. And I'm just going to use this one Excalidraw. I actually got a subscription to it. It's a fantastic tool. I love this thing. But I'm going to get just one page, and then I'm just going to share this page with everybody so that if I draw something or if I map out a diagram or if I provide some value in this Excalidraw, you guys are just going to have access to it in perpetuity forever. And you guys can just, use it as a note-taking tool on your own or whatever. So yeah, let's do some Q&A to start. We have a couple of questions that we received. I've already gone through and I've hearted a bunch. So this is my main channel, which has gotten quite chunky big recently. We just crossed 50K. This is the daily update channel, what you are watching right now. If we go to community, let's just exit out of I haven't responded and scrolling through. Now we've gotten a ton of people responding in the last, 24 hours. I'm not necessarily, I don't think it's reasonable that I'll be able to answer all of them, but I'll answer a couple. I'll see which ones are the highest value and then just run through. So Marlon asks, what camera mic do I use? It's an A7C, actually. It's one of the things that happened a lot yesterday. I got a new camera, so hopefully it's nice and high quality, and you can see every ugly pore on my face. And then for the mic, I use a Samsung Q2U. Everything's all USB. I really just optimize for simplicity and convenience. Anyway, now that I'm done with that question, let's move on. No, I'm just kidding. So Marlon asked about the camera. Navy SEAL 4000 says, how do you deal with the chain of command when selling B2B solutions to multi-layered companies to go from worker to decision maker as quickly as possible? Well, why is as quickly as possible important to you? Is it not as effectively as possible, realistically? Like, don't get me wrong, you can go from worker to decision maker quickly, but I think we're making a couple of assumptions here that are sort of like fundamentally screwing you up, okay? So the first is worker to decision maker. Multi-layered companies, I imagine you're probably talking about enterprise here, right? Sorry, I have my rainbow mode on. You're probably talking about enterprise, right? If you're talking about enterprise, man, like just get the word worker out of your vocabulary. If you find yourself talking to a worker, just find a new company. Like the way that these businesses work, okay? The ones that I think you're probably referring to is, they're kind of like this. They have, like any reasonable company has a C-suite. That's kind of like the first tier. Then there's a B-suite. And then there's like everyone else. So C-suite, just imagine that's CEO, CFO, CTO, so on and so on and so forth. There are a bunch of other roles now. Chief Revenue Officer, Chief Automation Officer. B-suites might be like high VPs, directors, and so on and so forth. I don't know, Chief of Staff, Head of, right? These are all B-suite roles. And then everybody else is basically what you said by workers. So when you come into a company, this is you. And you are staring up at this gigantic barricade after barricade. And you're like, how the hell am I going to talk to the dude up there, right? The reality is, you're playing the wrong game if that's how you see things. You're thinking, okay, I'll start here, and then this person will go here, and that person will go here, and then we'll get buy-in from these two, right? That's not how it actually works in practice. In practice, you skip this completely. You don't talk to workers because they have no decision-making capacity, and anything that they tell you is just a giant and utter waste of time. I know this, by the way, because I worked door to door for the first few years of my career, and my whole job was dealing with decision makers that like pretended to have the ability to say yes to things when in reality they didn't. And you're going to get people pretending for, well, doing a number of things. They're going to pretend because it makes them feel better. As you can tell, I'm definitely a little jaded about how much time I've wasted dealing with people like this. But they're going to pretend because it makes them feel better. They're also going to misunderstand how much autonomy they have. They're going to say yes to stuff, and then they're going to take it to their bosses, and then their bosses are going to say no to stuff. And then, they're also just you're going to waste their time and sort of put a bad taste in the boss's mouth when they inevitably find out about it. So just skip this completely. Basically, what you want to do at minimum is you want to talk to, let's figure out how these hotkeys work. I made one of my goals here to figure out hotkeys. Nice. That's cool. No, we're going to do this. There we go. You're going to want to skip all this and just go B Suite. Okay. So that's the very first thing I'm going to say. Just go B Suite. You can talk to VPs. You can talk to directors. You can talk to chief of staff. Sometimes they even have the autonomy to like make totally unilateral decisions. And, the CEOs are sort of forward thinking, and they actually give B Suite people all the budget that they need to like say yes to decisions like this. So that's great. Well, actually, sorry. Go to C-Suite first. Only if you can't get C-Suite, then relegate yourself to B-Suite, okay? Rule of thumb number one. At B-Suite, you just have to sell to people that are in front of you. So if this was the sales process before, I'm getting much faster at this already. If this is the sales process before, you go into a disco, you send over a proposal or whatever, and then, kind of up to you how you want to do it. Like you could close right then and there, or you could do like a closing call. And then you could like revise proposal because usually they want some changes. And then you could close, right? So kind of two different ways here if you want to do it way one or way two. But like if this is how the sales process is before, basically what you have to do is you have to do all of this stuff. And then you have to, this is going to be sweet. Then you have to do it all over again. Okay. But you have to do it all over again. Oh man, that's so cool. You have to do it all over again for the B Suite person up here. And then on top of that, you have to do it for the C-Suite person as well. So this is how it's going to work. So we just took something that was previously, I don't know, let's just add this up manually. 1 step, 2 step, 3 step, into 1 step, 2 step, 3 step, 4 step, 5 step, 6 step, 7 step, 8 step. I don't know, like between 3 to, I don't know, 8 steps or something like that. So you don't really want to do this to begin with, if I'm honest, Navy SEAL 4000. But there are many situations which you're going to have to, obviously, especially if you want to work with enterprise. I get out of it just by primarily working with SMBs. When you work with SMBs, what you can do is you could pitch yourself as a business owner talking to a business owner. So you're not saying, hello, how's it going? I have this really cool tool for you and I want to sell you, and will you please say yes to me? You say, hey, how's it going? I run a very similar business to you. We just made 92K last month, and I am 100% confident that I could just copy over my approach that I used for my own business to you, and then you could make 92K a month as well. If there's interest in this, let me know. I'd love to be able to book a call. I'd love to walk you through it. I'm considering launching this as a new service. So whatever conversation we do have, you'd keep that in mind, and I'd give you some discounted rate. So instead of you being down here, then them being over here, and them being angry at you, and you're like, oh no, please, a little ray of sunshine. What it's going to be is it's going to be like two people with little anime kawaii faces, and they're going to be at the same level, okay? And this is going to be like two founders communicating. That's my recommendation. This is personally how I like to do business. It's just a lot easier. And, honestly, it's more respectful. I don't have to like prostrate myself against people. It's just a lot easier. So yeah, I guess the assumption there was quickly. Don't worry too much about quick. If it's an enterprise company, things do take time and you are going to have to go through that process. And then, I just like to avoid it by working with SMBs. Hopefully that helps. Kier says, let's go. I'm a video editor. I'd love to work with you as upcoming available work for me. Please let me know. I don't know, man. Like if you want to pitch me, I don't think I need a video editor, but if you want to pitch me and you have like a really good quality product, like, yeah, I'll take a look. Just take one of my videos and then edit it into like a 1 minute short. Download it from YouTube. Try and make it as easy as possible for me to like take a look at it. So upload it to YouTube or some Google Drive where all I can do is like, just click a button. And then if it's good and if I like the quality, then yeah, for sure. That's how I typically work with anybody, by the way. Most of my work now is through cold outreach. So basically everybody that's currently part of my team did what I'm telling you now. Okay, so Brendan has a bunch of questions. I think I'm going to call the Q&A here just for time reasons. So I'm just going to find one of these and then answer the most relevant one. And then if I, like if I don't have questions in the subsequent 24 hours, I'm just going to go back in time and source them. That'll help even out some of the traffic bumps. Okay, so I like this one down here. I've noticed a bunch of automation creators and YouTube are creating extremely convoluted flows and end to manage their personal life with a director and worker agents, or masters and peons, as I like to call it. How practical do you think they are? Are they easy to maintain? Do you personally incorporate them in your life, or is it all just for views? Man, I'm so glad that you brought this up. I wish more people were talking about this. It is 100% for views. Basically, none of this actually makes money. There are so many of these amazing systems, okay? And you look at the thumbnails and it's like one tiny node at the top and 8 quadrillion nodes down at the bottom. It's like, these AI agents run my whole life and they please my wife and they make my content and they sweep my dish. I don't know, like they pretend like they do everything. If you ask any one of these people, hey man, how much money have you actually made selling this stuff? The answer to that's going to be basically zero. And if people haven't made any money selling stuff, then obviously there's no actual market demand for this. Now, is there market demand for like a personal assistant that like sucks your dick and pleases your wife and sweeps your floors or whatever? Absolutely, of course, no duh, right? But the AI agents are not yet at that level of capability where they can realistically and consistently do so. So it's just for views right now. I'm not, blaming or judging people that are doing this stuff for views, by the way. I'm totally going to be doing this. I'm going to experiment with it. But I want to make it clear in all the videos that I do throw the term in AI agents or whatever, that these aren't really the flows that make money. Typically, the flows that are currently making money, they're a lot less flexible. Okay, instead of an AI agent that can answer in a million different ways and call a million different services, like a business, the flexibility is cool, but a business isn't going to want that much flexibility. They're going to want you to take all of the possible answers. If this is the range of all possible answers, okay, this is 0 to 1, and there's like, some answer here, and there's some other answer here, and another answer here. I'm just being conceptual. So there's just all these different routes that like a model could take and answer. The business doesn't want the whole range between 0 to 1 because 90% of this is not going to be good for the business. What the business wants is it wants like a hyper compressed range of like 5 or 6 possible answers that maybe goes from 0 to like 0.2 or something. Okay. And so this is like AI agent, because they just have so much autonomy and freedom. They're agentic, right? And then this, I don't really know what to call this. I don't know. Let's just call it LLMs. Ooh, I don't know how to fix this, but I have some issue where sometimes I can't do like drawing. It just drags it all the time. So that kind of sucks. Okay, so anyway, I don't know exactly what happened there, but I guess the point that I'm making is my way is LLMs as APIs. That's probably how I'd call it. So LLMs as APIs are greatly better for money right now than AI agents. So this is just a marketing search term, and this is how you actually make it happen. So LLMs as APIs, I don't know. You scrape a resource, and then you you send it to an LLM API call. And then after you get, I don't know, like a bunch of rephrased versions of that thing. And then you can post. Businesses want this. They want you to scrape a resource, do an LLM API call, and then get icebreakers. And then slot them into a templated email. Okay, they don't want you to make, like if this is a document that AI is generating, they don't want AI to go through and then generate all of it, because there's so much unpredictability here. There's so much room for this to screw up. What they want is they want you to generate a document, and then they want the vast majority of it to be templated, and then they just want a couple of little missing pieces there that AI fills in. because they have control over everything in blue. It's the green stuff they don't have control over. And these are things like icebreakers. These are things like paraphrase versions of the title of the job that you're applying to or whatever. Those are what businesses really want right now. So hope that makes sense, Brendan. Mark, fantastic question, man. Thank you for that. Same thing with you, Cal. I'm going to go through in reverse and then answer these questions anytime I don't have additional questions. If people really like the questions that you have and they want you to answer them, then show your support for me answering that question by liking it. But yeah, I'll go through all of these, assuming that I have some time tomorrow. But okay, great. So yeah, that's that. Let's do brand stats. So brand stats, it's currently February the 17th. In brand stats, I'm just going to go through and like tabulate my growth for all the platforms that I'm on. The platforms of interest are Saraev on YouTube. That's my main channel. Saraev on Instagram, and then daily updates. That's this channel. So I'm on daily updates right now. It's 194. Yesterday we were at 129. So that means that we've grown by 65. Holy crap. That's got to be the biggest growth day on record, right? Hell yeah. So finally, after posting on this channel consistently for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 11, 12, 13, and then it'll be 14 today. 14 days consistently, finally things are starting to take off. And you see basically every day like makes the other day look like peanuts, right? The amount of watch time I got the other day was already over 30 hours, it looks like, which is really cool. This is the exact same thing that happened on my main YouTube channel. I just posted consistently. I just, brainstormed and shared my thoughts. Eventually, I won. So I think I'm just going to continue doing that in the Daily Updates channel. And I have a strong feeling that my Daily Updates channel will eventually become one of my major revenue drivers. I think that, this is going to be a great way to enrich people that are sort of on the fence about wanting to work with me, because it's kind of like a podcast. A podcast is just a conversion mechanism, by the way. It's a way for people to get a feel for your character. Whereas the vast majority of content people are creating is like the short form, sort of hyper ADHD cut content. You can't really like see the character of a person. You can just hear their voice and obviously see their pre-scripted and pre-planned content. Stuff that's conversational like this is just a way for you to like actually vibe with the person and want to work with them. Be like, oh, you know what? I really like that guy. That guy speaks my language. He's down to earth. He's funny, whatever. Let's do it. I think podcasts are one of the main reasons Trump won the 2024 election, just FYI. Because he did a couple of long form podcasts. Big one with Theo Von, where he just like was himself. And it was like the first time that you actually just saw the dude talk. That was not like some teleprompted scripted thing. And now, whatever your political leanings are fine. I'm not like the biggest Trump lover in the world. I have my reservations surrounding, some of the things that he's doing to Canada and whatnot. But suffice to say, it was just him being able to like talk like a normal human being on the camera that like converted a big chunk of his audience. So that's, what I'm thinking my daily updates are going to be doing as well. Okay, so watch my subscriber count go down like crazy because I mentioned Donald Trump and did not talk about how evil he was. Listen, I think that there are some things about Donald Trump that are not the best. Do I think he's like the most moral, upstanding man on planet Earth? No, I don't. But, very few politicians are. Saraev, IG, 14,888. Also, I'm Canadian, man. Who cares? Okay, I can't actually say that now because of tariffs. Okay, my Instagram, which I have to check myself, is 15,295. And then I gained 407 in the last 24 hours. So what are we taking away from this? Good growth here. I mean, I crossed 50K subs, which is cool. If I just double this now, then I will get a silver plaque that I'll put somewhere in the background like any reasonably successful YouTuber. The Instagram growth is slowing substantially. The growth was shooting way the hell up back over here, and we've just gone down to 300 or 400 a day. So that sucks. I don't really know if there's anything that I can do to improve that. If the content's getting old, if I'm starting to get some churn from pre-existing subscribers that don't like the news content, if, I don't know, I'm getting shadow banned or something. Like, I did get banned on Instagram for a few days, or for 8 hours actually, for one day. And then I lost the consistency of posting. I think I missed a day because of that. So it could be that. I don't know why I got banned. We haven't really figured that out. I think somebody was just like mass reporting me because they don't like the way that I look. Anyway, who knows? But all right, so those are my brand stats. Things are obviously going really well. Let's do a little bit of strategy. Got a couple things I want to talk about today. So I, just before I recorded this video, I had ChatGPT generate me a big fat list of info product entrepreneurs. I'm going to go through all of these info product entrepreneurs and I'm going to subscribe to their newsletters right now. Why? Because I want to see what their sequences are like. One of my main funnel goals, if you guys saw my last couple of videos, is I'm creating a funnel on Instagram where not for Instagram, but for Instagram and YouTube and basically everything else. So like IG, YouTube, other. All of these are just going to go into a newsletter. This newsletter is going to provide some sort of like actionable value. And because it's on my site, I'll be able to, upsell to like Maker School, maybe make money with make.com. I'll be able to cross sell with templates. But because it's on my website, the value here is I'll be able to retarget. So anybody that drops off of this funnel is now going to have me retarget them on Instagram, retarget them on other platforms, retarget them on YouTube with YouTube ads. And this is going to be crazy because I haven't actually done any sort of retargeting or anything like that before. But obviously the first step of this is I need to come up with a newsletter, right? I can't just magically send them to a newsletter that doesn't actually offer any value. So that's what I'm going for. So I basically just had Deep Research generate me a big report. If you guys don't know, Deep Research is, I think, available if you pay $200 a month, like I'm doing for ChatGPT. It's actually great. This thing is fantastic. It's like one of the best. It's probably the smartest, artificial intelligence currently available, and the reports that it generates are nuts. I mean, it does a really good job. So, anywho, let's take a peek here. So it has me because I asked it to. Pat Flynn. I don't know who this is, but I'm going to sign up to him. Let's see. Who the heck is Pat Flynn? Handsome looking fella, Pat. Sign up for my newsletter. So Nick plus newsletter at leftclick.ai. Am I caps locked? I don't want to caps lock. Nick plus newsletter at leftclick.ai. If you don't know, if you do a plus NL on a Google workspace account, then you just like have this going to a label. So great. Looks good. I got one. Let's do Samuel Leeds. Samuel Leeds. I guess that's this here. Could I newsletter? Where do I sign up to this thing? Ladies and gentlemen, the AI misled me. Samuel Leeds newsletter. Latest property news? Is it a blog? Okay, well, you know what? I don't see it. No idea. So that's not happening. But we did sign up to one person. Aaron on Demand. Aaron on Demand newsletter. Is this like a girl newsletter? It looks so well designed. It has to be. And then she used the word bosses. When you have the word bosses, it tends to be the girl boss thing. Anyway, okay. Yeah, your girl, Erin, probably. That's fine. I still want to see how she markets to predominantly an audience of other women. This kind of sucks. She shouldn't have like a default page, but what are you going to do? Sarah Finance. Okay. So sarahfinance.ca, I guess this must be Canadian. I made 4.9 mil online. Okay. Affiliate marketing course is probably going to be the newsletter, right? No, it's not a free. Pre-built affiliate. How I made this? Is this a newsletter? Nope. That's the video. Free pre-built site. This is a Shopify affiliate. I'm not seeing a newsletter. Yeah, okay. That's not happening. Tatiana James. Let's go over here. Okay, so Nick NL at leftclick.ai. I have a feeling that not all of these are going to be good. Okay, Latasha James. Video. Sorry, why are all of these women? Are all of these women? Pretty much all of these are women. I'm not a woman, so like odds are the targeting is actually really different. We're going to be speaking a different language. Okay. Lynn Allure, Girls Gone Boss Community. That's pretty funny. Carrie Green, Female Entrepreneur Association. No. J Klaus, Creator Science. Oh, okay. This is cool. I think I've heard of this one. Yes, absolutely. Totally heard of this one before. Cars. Okay. This isn't a car. That's a bus. All right, sweet. Nice. Oh, this is great. Yeah. This is fantastic. It's other ones that we do. Okay. Audience building from Chanel. Yeah. Okay. That doesn't look like it's like a chick only newsletter. No, I'm not going to tell you anything more about that. Okay, great. Let's just go to Russell Brunson, Marketing Secrets. He probably knows his stuff. I've heard a lot about him. Let's do Rob Moore as well. MP? No. No way. That's not the guy. robmoore.com. There you go. That looks a lot more realistic. Get Rob's resources. Probably going to be an email sign up here. Nick. I'm not going to enter in a real phone number. So what? This is just some double opt-in? Yeah, it looks like it. Infusionsoft opt-in, sure. Okay, cool. Yeah, that looks great. So, did I subscribe to Justin Welsh's newsletter as well? I hope so, because that's actually an example that I provided over here. Oh, I should also sign up to my buddy's newsletter. Is there a newsletter? Yes, right over here. Looks like these are not every day, every few days. Okay. Nick plus NL, right. Looks good. What do these look like? Yeah, in classic Matt Larson tone, it's this is super easy and you're dumb if you're not doing it. Classic. Okay, great. So that's me taking like actual substantiative action towards improving the quality of my stuff. I should have had I should have had like a task here for that, but anyway. Yeah, I'm pretty stoked about that. So what I'm going to do is basically I'm going to, now that I'm going to I've subscribed to all of them. If I kind of take this as like the ABCs step by step, I'm going to sub to, I think 10 newsletters back there. And then after, I'm going to wait, well, not wait, but in 3 days, I'm going to look back and see the sort of content that I read. I'm going to read all of them, like front to back. I'm going to pick my favorite, and then I'm going to emulate that with, I'm going to emulate the structure, obviously not the content, but then the content will be like how to use AI. Use X new AI for money. Basically, that's the whole idea of the newsletter. I'm going to create some sort of onboarding sequence, which is going to be between 3 to 7 days. And the onboarding sequence will be focus something around like getting up to speed with artificial intelligence or learning some foundational thing around artificial intelligence or automation. And then, it'll be like 3 to 7 days. I don't know how long. But basically, after the 3 to 7 day thing, you're going to have the opportunity to convert and maybe get like some deal on it. I don't know. And then deal on like my community. I don't know. And then from there, you're going to make, you're going to get automatically subscribed to like the newsletter. And in that way, I'm going to have a much better nurture sequence. And my goal there is to bring my profitability up, right? If I made 128K with, I'm just going to say 50K subs, even though that I was actually more like 45K when I made this, maybe even less. Let's just say that this is around, profitability of 2.56 per sub. What I want to get to is I want to get to $5 a sub. So I basically want to double this. So I think I can double this. I think I could make 250, like, Matt says I could do 500K. I mean, I probably could, but I want to get to 256K at 50K subs. Why? Because that means that my current growth rate, I'm currently doing 9,300 subscribers, right? To get 100,000, what's 49,800 divided by 9,300? To get 100,000, it's this times 30.4. That's the number of days there are in a month. 162 days from now is July 29th. So if I scale to 100,000 subs, that means I'd be making 512K. And that means I do this on July. Was it 29th, 2025? That'd be amazing. Obviously, I love printing money. So fingers crossed. Obviously, this is a straightest line path to get there with the info products. That's why the bulk of my strategy is surrounding info products, not agency work. The 512K, we're talking profit here. If I were to try and make 512K a month in profit with my agency, it'd take me a lot longer, and it'd probably be so much harder as well. Well, with like the big company I'd have to run, like assuming an RPE, like a revenue per employee of like, let's say 20,000, that's still 25 staff members at my agency, and that's like assuming that I'm doing, they're like onshore staff. I don't really want to have to deal with that. I want to have to hire. I want to do anything. So yeah, this is definitely the straightest line path to get there. Let's see if there's anything else that I can just really quickly bang out while I'm with you guys, because I just like doing a little bit of the work, in front of the camera. Just makes me more likely to do the small little one-off stuff. So see how to organize a daily group call or something. So I did actually figure this out. We have a mutual meeting community link now. It's a personal meeting link from my Zoom, and I'm just going to add it to Make Money with Make first for maybe a week or two, and I'm just going to see how it gets on, assuming that it gets on okay, because, it's a smaller, more tight-knit community where people tend to like each other a little bit more. They've known each other for a lot longer. Assuming that works okay, then I'll introduce it to Maker School as well. I haven't made any progress on the Left Click website to better brand the agency. Again, it's just the agency stuff keeps on getting lower and lower priority with all of these channels taking off. It sucks. I need to figure it out. Gage, my Maker School community manager, was just asking me about this the other day. He was like, hey, so how's everything go with the agency stuff? I was like, man, I haven't like hired a single additional person. I'm still fulfilling all the work basically on my own, for the most part anyway. I refer some stuff out, but for the most part on my own. I just can't seem to like justify the time. I actually had to push a call for a guy that wanted a system that I probably would have been able to charge $10,000 for. And, I was supposed to have the call today, and I was like, no, I can't. I have all this content stuff I have to do. So, before anybody gets up my ass about referrals, I am giving tons of people referrals right now. That's like the main way that I do it. And then I'm collecting 15%, approximately 15 to 20% on the referral amount. But still, man, super annoying. Yeah, create customized Loom video system plus website browser automation for YouTube. Right. Let me see. So clean studio, that's something I need to do. Record daily update, that's what I'm doing now. I'm just going to check that out. Take supplements. I have a bunch of supplements I need to take. Buy giant straw for giant bottle. That sounds funny. I'm leaving my home for a little bit, so I need to message somebody that takes care of my home while I'm away. Create Upwork agent. Right. That's right. Excuse me. I'm totally about to sneeze. Ooh, it's close. No, I shan't. No, I am stronger than that. And the rest of these are sort of, dependent on my Instagram newsletter thing. So technically, all this stuff is future. So I'm just going to move this to waiting. Waiting is like my, yeah, I guess I could solve 5 friction points. Let's do bug hunt. My camera's okay. So I actually did solve that. I bought a Sony A7 IIIC. Fantastic. My monitor's low quality. I haven't solved that. So what kind of monitor should I buy? Monitor. High quality monitor. $1,000. I may be printing money, but I do not like spending it. That's for sure. Do I want to spend $1,000 on this crap? No, man. Is that how much it's realistically going to cost me? Okay, so 4K. I should get 4K for sure. What's DCI versus UHD? We have more horizontal pictures with DCI, so I imagine it's probably crazy widescreen, right? Yeah. Yeah, okay. So how big is my current monitor? My MSI one? I don't really know. I think it's like 32 or something, so I need to go bigger. Let me go back here and just like clear this and make this like, again, let's just do $400 minimum. That'll eliminate the vast majority of the lower hanging fruit. Most of these look like they're 32. I don't think I'm going to want 32. I think I'm going to want more, honestly. 32, 34. Okay, what's this one look like? These are Canadian numbers, by the way. So this is all going to be 1.4x or something. 1.42. Damn, that's gone down a lot. Remember the tariff times when it was 1.47? Oof, that was some money. I was making some good money. 27 inch for $1,000. Come on. 360 hertz refresh rate. Oh, right, right. So these are all obviously about gaming. That's why they all care so much about that. I don't actually care about that. I just don't want to like my eyes to hurt. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't think I'll be able to make a decision and just buy one right now, unfortunately. I think it'll probably take me a little bit of time. And I don't want like a gaming monitor as much as I just want something that works really well and is clear. Needs to be abundantly clear. So I should probably going for like branded stuff like this. Yeah, I definitely don't want one that's that wide. And what the hell am I going to look at all the way over here? That's crazy, man. And like, can you even imagine like opening a freaking web page and having it stretch that far? I wouldn't know where to read. I've no like, what's an ultra wide monitor actually like? Yeah, it's just for video games, man. That's the only purpose why anybody does that. That looks pretty interesting, though. I guess it kind of surrounds you. Dude, this guy's screen maxing. Check this out. He's playing whatever this is. Is this Oblivion? I don't know. It's been a while since I've done the video games. Except for the League of Legends that Yan keeps calling me on, apparently. He's screen maxing, man. He's got like the cool background here. He's got the Rick and Morty up here. That's one of the first episodes. And then he's got some video game here with his Stream Deck. Jesus, I do not want to fuck with that guy. Okay, how would it actually look? Okay, so this actually looks pretty cool. If it was like this would be way better. Because there's basically 2 or 3 monitors that I can look at all the time instead of just one. Instead of me having to like get a bunch. So if this is what it looks like, then that'd be fine. But how does my you know what might suck? Actually, I might not be able to do this because of OBS, right? Like OBS might not actually be able to record right or something. Yeah, so this might not just even be worth my time. Okay, well, I did do a little bit of research. Maybe I don't get an ultra wide monitor. I just get like I get like yeah, I don't know, not $150. But I'll just get a 4K monitor that's approximately the same size as mine right now. And it'll just be like really high resolution. That's what I'll do. Okay. I don't turn on my sun lamp first thing in the morning. I don't have my sun lamp here anymore, unfortunately. So I'm not going to solve that now. This, yeah, the ZMA, I guess, is technically a supplement, but yeah, it's just over there right now. So I need to put that right next to my bed. Basically, I need to put it on my pillow. So that way, in order for me to sleep, I need to remove it from my pillow. So that's smart. I'll do that right now. For those of you guys that don't know, ZMA is a supplement that just improves statistically the depth of your sleep by, I don't know, 5% on average, something like that. So that is going on my pillow. Fantastic. Done. Done deal. I'm not going to forget to take ZMA before bed. It is physically impossible because I have to get it off of my pillow in order to go to sleep. I love that. My breakfast keeps changing. Pre-plan a simple breakfast, yogurt parfait. Yeah, so I just need to buy yogurt parfait, but I'm leaving for Halifax, so I can't do that. Home humidity is very low. Yeah, I don't know about all that. Can't really fix that. I guess I could get like a desk humidifier or something. Let's do that. Let's do this. I don't want a cool mist humidifier. Those don't really work. They're kind of cancerous. Can I use distilled water in a humidifier? Humidifier? Yeah, it's the best choice. Reduces bacterial and mold growth. Yeah, okay. So I'm basically gonna have to like get like deliveries of distilled water if I really want to use this. How long does your average small portable humidifier work for? On say 500 milliliters of water. Make assumptions around standard use. Okay, that kind of sucks. That kind of sucks, man. I got to get like several liters of water a week in order to like have this thing be good. That kind of sucks. Yeah, I don't really know how I feel about that. Maybe I just get one of maybe I just get one of these. You know, like the cool mist stuff that makes your room smell really nice? I don't know enough to be confident that that is or is not bad for you, but I've always wanted to have like something that like spurts a little bit of essential oil into the room anyway. So that might actually be pretty cool. Maybe I'll try that. This is really interesting. You put this on top of a bottle and then it like humidifies, sprays the bottle. That's wild, man. Okay, I'm gonna look at like spending maybe $50 or something on this. It'll just be some small thing I put in the corner of my desk, and then when my room is closed, the vast majority of the like this is like a 150 square foot room, realistically 100 square foot room, so all of it's gonna be here, which is nice. Cool. Anyway, yeah, I guess my real time strategy turned to me just like looking for products on Amazon. C'est la vie. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. That's how I approach bug hunts, friction reduction, lifestyle audits. It's also how I approach, dealing with the day-to-day problems with my business. If you guys want to help out, please like the video, leave a comment, any comment down below. Whether or not you have a question, I'd love to read them. Subscribe to the channel, of course. Check out Maker School, makemoneywithmake.com. It'd be great having you. If you like what I'm saying here, you'll definitely love what I'm saying there even more. And yeah, I'll catch you all tomorrow. Thank you very much for the time. See ya.